Welcome to the Infidelity Doctor channel. My name is Dr. Talal Salim, and this is the Ask Dr. Talal segment, your place to ask me anything you want to know about affair recovery and affair prevention. Please remember that this segment is not a substitute for the counseling that you're supposed to be getting. This is merely a place for you to get some basic questions answered and a place for you to learn about my clinical insights when it comes to affair recovery and affair prevention. So before we get to the question of the week, make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel to get the most recent updates. So the question of the week is as follows. Is rebuilding the relationship is the only way to heal from infidelity? That's an excellent question to ask. So I'll start with the purpose of infidelity counseling. The purpose of infidelity counseling is to give people the opportunity and the safe space to process the trauma of the affair. And this process entail being able to understand what happened, why it happened, assess the damage, and figure out what's the best way to move forward after the discovery. So this means healing from infidelity could mean repairing the relationship and making it better than it was prior to the discovery of the affair, or it could mean healing individually because not everybody's going to be able and willing to do what it takes to rebuild trust. A common mistake people make is feeling the sense of obligation that they have to repair their relationship, when in reality that's not going to be an attainable goal for everybody. In certain situations, ending the relationship and healing individually is the right thing to do. So this brings up the question of what would compel a person to choose a healing journey that does not entail repairing their relationship. The reasons are many, but I'm going to share with you some of the common ones that I have encountered. From the betrayed perspective, a common reason for choosing to heal individually is the fact that the type of infidelity that took place is something that is unforgivable. And what I mean by that is something that the betrayed feel that no matter what happens, no matter what changes the unfaithful does, this is a line that can only be crossed once, and it doesn't matter what you do, what you change. I can never, ever, ever see myself forgiving you. And there are some people where this is their worldview, this is how they are wired, this is a core value for them. In those situations, making all these changes about why the infidelity happened would be irrelevant for them because they really believe that this is a mistake that can only happen once and doesn't lend itself to redemption. Another reason why the betrayed might want to choose healing individually is the reasons why the infidelity happens are reasons that they're not comfortable in working with. And it's different for each person. Like, say, for example, let's say the infidelity happened because the unfaithful might have a sex addiction, and they were engaged in a sexual affair because of sex addiction. The betrayed might say, well, that's nice that I know now this happened because of sex addiction, but I don't want to live with somebody who is dealing with sex addiction because sex addiction is forever and there's potential for relapse, and I don't want to sign up for that. For another person, they might actually feel relief because they say, okay, great, this is not a relationship issue, this is an individual issue. If we get you the help that you need, maybe this won't happen again. So sometimes the type of reasons of why infidelity happened, whether they're individual, relationship, or environmental, is the reason why the betrayed might not want to choose to repair the relationship. Now, if we look from the unfaithful perspective, there's also another common myth that people think that anytime an infidelity is discovered, the unfaithful always want to repair the relationship. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's the unfaithful one who says, I don't want to repair the relationship. Sometimes the unfaithful doesn't want to repair because they're infatuated by the third party, which is the term that I use to describe the affair partner. They think maybe that they found their soulmate through the affair, so why would they want to rebuild the relationship with their current partner? Sometimes, the unfaithful see that the fact that I had an affair, maybe it's an indication of me to not be ready to be in a committed relationship, so I'm just going to be a free agent and just be single. And sometimes it's a decision motivated by the unfaithful unwillingness to make the changes, right? So let's say that the betrayed want to work on the relationship, but they expect maybe healthier boundaries, or they expect certain behavioral changes, and then faithful might say, no, I really like who I am. I don't want to have any restriction. I don't want to make those changes. So I'm just not going to choose to work in this relationship. So these are some of the reasons that can compel the unfaithful and the betrayed to consider an individual journey of healing. So hopefully that answered the question of the week. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below about the answer that you heard today, as well as suggestions or questions that you'd like to see me answer in the future. Until then, be well, be safe, and embrace the possibility for a brighter future. Take care.